Today, we're diving into two exciting upgrades that make the upcoming Samsung Galaxy A56 a game changer for mid-range smartphones. Whether you're a longtime Galaxy fan or just someone looking for the perfect device, you'll definitely want to stick around for this. And before we start, don't forget to join our membership for exclusive tech news, early access to content, and more. The link is in the description below. First, let's rewind a bit. The Galaxy A55 was a return to form for Samsung's premium mid-range lineup. It delivered excellent performance, especially with its improved Exynos chip, making it a worthy successor to the Galaxy A52s. For years, the A52s held the title of the fastest and smoothest A-series phone, but the A55 reclaimed that crown. With the A55, Samsung not only delivered great performance but also laid a solid foundation for what's next. However, as with any tech giant, some upgrades were reserved for the future, and that's where the Galaxy A56 comes in. Let's talk about the first major upgrade minus 45-watt battery charging. For the first time ever, Samsung introduced 45-watt charging to its mid-range lineup with the Galaxy M55. Now, the A56 is set to join the party as confirmed by regulatory certifications. Yes, 25-watt charging on the Galaxy A55 was decent, but let's face it, competition is fierce. Many rival brands are offering devices with charging speeds of 100W or even higher. While 45-watt isn't breaking records, it's a welcome upgrade that ensures the A56 stays competitive. Now, let's be clear that 45-watt charging isn't dramatically faster than 25-watt. But every minute counts when you're in a rush, and having the option for faster charging is always a bonus. That said, Samsung needs to ensure the feature is not just symbolic. We've seen recent flagship models like the Galaxy Z Fold 6 with charging speeds that don't live up to their potential. Here's hoping the Galaxy A56 avoids that pitfall and fully leverages its 45-watt capability. Before we move to the next upgrade, remember to join our membership for exclusive perks, including behind-the-scenes content and direct tech consultations. Hit the link in the description and become part of our tech-savvy community. The second major upgrade is all about software longevity. Samsung has been making headlines with its commitment to extended software support. Earlier this year, they announced that flagship devices launched in 2024 and beyond would get 7 major Android OS upgrades and 7 years of security updates. But here's the exciting part. Samsung isn't stopping with flagships. In October, they launched the Galaxy A16, a budget-friendly device with a promise of 6 years of OS and security updates. The Galaxy A56 will follow suit, meaning it's eligible for at least 6 years of firmware support. Think about it, you'll be able to use the Galaxy A56 until 2031 without worrying about outdated software. That's an incredible value for a mid-range smartphone. Compare this to the Galaxy A55, which is only eligible for 4 Android OS upgrades and 5 years of security updates, and it's clear why the A56 is a big step forward. Samsung's commitment to long-term software support not only ensures better performance over time, but also gives you peace of mind when investing in their devices. To recap, the Galaxy A56 45-watt charging and 6 to 7 years of software updates are setting a new benchmark for mid-range phones. These upgrades not only enhance the phone's usability today, but also future-proof it for years to come. Whether you're upgrading from an older device or switching brands, the Galaxy A56 promises to deliver a premium experience without breaking the bank. And that wraps up today's deep dive into the Galaxy A56's exciting upgrades. Are you as thrilled about these features as we are? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to join our membership for exclusive access to behind-the-scenes content, personalized recommendations, and more. The link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more tech updates, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a beat. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the two biggest names in the smartphone world right now, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163mm by 77.6mm. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new Camera Control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1 nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48-megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12-megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200-megapixel main camera, alongside a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50-megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post-processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to oversharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5,000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.